It's breakfast time. Look at that. Here's how I cook my sausage. I put mine, this is hilltop sausage. And what I do is I put mine in a skillet. I pour a little water over it because I'm fixed to cook it in the oven. I don't want to put too much, but just a little bit in there. And that way it'll steam up and cook. I'm going to cook it on 400 degrees for about 35 or 40 minutes. And I am going to cover it with some foil like this. And I kind of crush it in. Here you go. I kind of crush it in a little bit like this. And I'm going to cook that in the oven. And the reason I like to do that in the oven is that leaves my hands free from turning sausage where I can cook other things. So we're going to cook some gravy in just a minute. All right, we're ready to cook us some gravy. I've got my skillet on, and I'm going to, I've kept my grease in this, and I'm going to cut a little grease out. I don't want too much, just a little bit. Turn it down a little. All right. Let me get my flour, okay? Let me get my flour. Sometimes you just have to guesstimate about how much flour you're going to put. So I'm going to just put a little bit in there like this. This is the all-purpose white lily flour. This one is. Now you see how much grease is in it. Let me show you something. Come over here. You can make this out of chicken grease, bacon grease, sausage grease, whatever you want. But look, you see how it's kind of still a little bit greasy, I guess you'd say. That's saying that you need a little more flour. You want it. Let's see if that's going to be a plenty. Yes, that looks good. All right, now what you want to do, I've got it turned on high right now. And you want to take the back of your spatula and press in all those knots that might be in it a little this morning. Okay. Now I'm going to add a little salt and pepper to it. A little bit of this. I can get it coming out. You don't want to turn this thing upside down. You'll have way too much. Way too much. Now, when you're cooking gravy, let's say you fried pork chops or you fried chicken or whatever, and you've got that grease left in there, you can pour some of it off, and then you can use what you got left. You saw what I did. I did about three of these spoonfuls of grease in there. And it's gonna make a big, big thing of it. When I'm making chicken gravy, lots of times I will put milk in it as my liquid and water. Or you can just use water. Or you can make bacon gravy. You can make tomato gravy, but this is your base. This is how you start. You've got to have your grease and your flour. All right, you see how it's getting browner now? When it gets brown as you want it, that's when you're going to add your milk or your water. See that? All right, it's coming right along. And then I'm going to, after a while, when I get everything in there, I'm going to taste it. All right, now watch this. When you put your water in, all right, that's as brown as I want it. Stir it up good. It'll start getting thick because that flour's cooking in there. I'm going to put a little more water because, see, it's going to be too thick if I don't. You want it so it creams out real good over your biscuits. Got our sausage in the oven. Got our gravy going. I'm fixing to start my grits here in just a second. Then I'm going to make fried pies. All right, you can see how that's thickening up. And I'm going to taste it in a little bit before I put it in the bowl to make sure that it tastes good. It's got enough salt. It's got enough pepper. And that's all it is to it. And you can make it any with it. The only thing that I don't make gravy with is I don't use olive oil. It doesn't taste good in gravy. Okay, come here and look. See, can you see how it's thickening up a little bit? We'll turn it down and let it cook a while to get your flour good and done, and it's ready. That's all it is to it. You couldn't ask for anything any easier and any better over a good old hot white little biscuit. It'll be delicious. Talk y'all a little bit. All right, we got our grits going. I put about 3/4 of a cup of grits in here, and I put water in it. And what you do is you cook it for a long time in the water. Then you can start adding milk and things like that into it. You want to get it all start getting tender. And I'm going to put some butter in there. Y'all give me just a second for me to get it out. I'm going to put a whole stick in there because I love buttery grits. So I'm just going to put this in. Have you ever put butter in something and accidentally left a piece of paper on it? I have. You're pulling it off and you don't get it all. It sticks too close to it. Just put that in there. I've got it turned on kind of low right now. I'm going to cook these a long time, probably 45 minutes. And I'll be doing other things while it's cooking. Okay, I want you to see how thick this is getting. Look at this. See, it's beginning to get thick. And that's what you want. And then when it gets a little thicker than this, that's when I'm going to start adding just a little milk. And you don't add much, just, you know, a little bit to make it creamy. You can add any kind of whatever you want to add in there. You can put cheese in there. You put cream cheese. You can put sharp cheese. And y'all notice, you hear me scraping the bottom. I know that irritates some of you, but you've got to do it on grits. And it won't scrape good with a wooden spoon. You've got to kind of get something and push down there, or you'll have grits stuck. You'll be a week getting it cleaned out. Hey, y'all. I got these done. I told you I was going to make fried pies. I wanted you to see them. Got a pile, haven't we? There's 15 here. So I wanted you to get to see those. And y'all seen me make them many times before, so you know what the process is. So you need to make you some fried pies. You can make apple or peach, or, you know, you can even take fig preserves and make one out of fig preserves or pear preserves. You can do that. It doesn't matter what you put inside of it. That'll be a good thing. I hope y'all have a great day, and just be blessed, and let the Lord bless you and bless him back by honoring his word and being a joy to those that you're going to be around today. He's going to put somebody in your path. So enjoy that person. Let them know that you love Jesus. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye. Y'all, I just had to share this with you. Little Banks came over to my house the other day, and she got back there and got the paints and the whatever's out of the art room, and she put on my new apron that one of you gave me. I won't say who, but gave me a Valentine's apron. And y'all, she took that apron home with her. I hadn't seen it since. So I knew I wanted to show it to you. So this is it, made with love. And she painted that little heart right there for me. She surely did, and it's beautiful. I also want to show you this. The other day I had some leftover mashed potatoes. I call them cream potatoes. But anyway, I made me some potato patties out of it. I don't think I showed you this, and I don't think I videoed it either. So I just wanted you to see that one day this is what I had for lunch. It was so good. Y'all have a great day. God bless you. Have a wonderful afternoon, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.